Students, and this is my second recording, the part 2 about coal and petroleum chapter. In last lecture or in last recording, you must have seen about, we have even seen about coal, the exhaustible and inexhaustible natural resources. Then we have seen types of coal. What were that? Peat, lignite, bituminous, that is bitu, and anthracite. Even we have seen useful products obtained from that, that is coke, coal tar, and coal gas. And even we have seen some questions related to what we have done, whatever I taught to you with respect to that questions I have asked, means I have even told to you, and even the mistakes which you occur in exams, that also I have told. Now let's see about petroleum. Now the word petrol you must have heard many a times, isn't it? Whenever your mother or your father wants to fill the tank of means to fill the petrol or diesel in the tank, you must have went to petrol pumps, isn't it? Yeah. So petrol and diesel are obtained from, now let's see what, from where this is obtained and everything. Refining of petroleum, then various constituents of petroleum and their uses. Even we will see fuels, classification of fuels, then fuel efficiency we will see, and even natural gas in this lecture. So let's move. We will see chance by chance every point. Okay, so first come to here is petrol and diesel. Petrol and diesel obtained from natural resource called what? Petroleum. Called what? Petroleum. It was formed from organisms living in sea. Now let's take, this is also somewhat related to how coal is obtained, but that was related to dead vegetation, and this is related to organisms inside and I will say organism living in sea. Okay, so let's see. This is what, this is sea. One second. Now this is sea, I will talk to you, wherein fishes are living. Think this is a fish. Okay, so I will say that, or I will not only specify fishes or anything, but I will specify organisms. And when this organism die, they come here, isn't it, at the bottom? So when they die, at the bottom they come, at the bottom of sea, and got covered with layers of sand and clay. Obviously, layers of sand and clay will cover this organisms. Then over millions of years, the absence of air, then high temperature, high pressure, which because of this factor they get transformed into dead organisms. They transform the dead organisms into petroleum and natural gas, into petroleum. What happened to this now? Petroleum and natural gas. Okay, so let's see. Now we will say refining of petroleum. What we are going to see now? Refining of petroleum. So I will add the image. So let's see. First I will you must have even seen petroleum, petrol. Then also I will show first the image of petrol, although you must have seen, I don't know, obviously you must have seen, but then also it's good to know. This is what this is petrol. Okay, so this is what? This is petrol. Now let's move for the next thing, that is we are going to deal refining of petroleum. What we are going to deal now? Yes, you all are right, refining of petroleum. So one diagram I would like to add here. Even I will increase the size of the screen. Can you see this diagram? Yes. So refining of petroleum. Now petroleum is dark. You will see this. Able to see well and good. So petroleum is what? It is dark, oily liquid, as we have seen in the image only which I have shown you. It has an unpleasant odor. Smell, or pleasant odor it has. Now it is a mixture of various constituents such as petroleum gas, petrol, diesel, lubricating oil. Lubricating मतलब कि एक smooth functioning के लिए हम lubricate करना चाहते हैं. Like साइकिल के लिए हम ऑयल डालते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि it should work as a lubricant. The oil should work as a lubricant. Okay. मतलब हमारी स्मूथ फंक्शनिंग के लिए वी कैन सी मे बी इट्स अ साइकिल और एनी ऑफ द कार और एनी अदर थिंग. And even it is a mixture of paraffin wax. Now what is this paraffin wax? Let's see. It's a mixture. Petroleum is a mixture of paraffin wax. Okay, so can you all see here? This is what? Paraffin wax. This is what? Paraffin wax. It's like a cooling. It gives a we can say it's a ointment or candle. For candle purposes it can be used, and for masking also this paraffin wax is used. We will see about it too. So first, now we are going to see is the refining of petroleum. So now the process of separating the various constituents or fractions of petroleum is known as what? Refining. So what is refining? Refining is process of separating various constituents or fractions of petroleum to various constituents, or I will say fractions, is called as refining. Is this point clear? And it is carried out in petroleum refinery. Like factories there where something is manufactured, companies there where some or the other thing is manufactured, products wherein we get the products which are used in day-to-day life. In the same way, if we want petrol, so please call petroleum refinery, there we get petrol. Okay, now I will explain you a very important part of petrol. Okay, that's what. Can you see this? Okay, so I will tell you how petrol. Okay, so how petrol we get. Okay, how petroleum gas we get, we can say. Okay, so I will say there is a petrol, the residue of petrol which is about 400 degrees Celsius and higher. Then above that you will find here this tank you see. Okay, so here petrol you will find where we heat it to raise the temperature. Here we get mineral oil. More other substances are there which are about 300 degrees Celsius to 400 degrees Celsius. Then for about here I will say here is what? Here is diesel. Here is what? Petroleum. This is what? Petroleum. Then some over it I will say mineral oil is there, which when heated will raise the temperature of substances above it at about 300 degrees Celsius to 400 degrees Celsius. Then above it we will find diesel, which is about 250 degrees Celsius to 300 degrees Celsius. Above it you will find kerosene. kerosene you'll find, which is about 190 degrees Celsius to 250 degrees Celsius. Then you'll find naphtha. Now what is a naphtha? It's nothing but I will say a component of petrol which is about 1 degree Celsius to 150 degree Celsius. Okay, and above that you'll find here petrol, which is about 40 to 70 degrees Celsius. And here, or I will say here, you will find, okay, petroleum gas. Is my point clear to you all? Hope so. So I don't think so there is any query. So what we have seen, I will say, second. So what we have seen at the bottom you'll find residue of petroleum, which is what is the temperature of it? It's 400 degrees Celsius so and higher. Then above it a layer you'll find wherein the mineral oil is there, and if we heat it, so we will get the other substances will get it, which has a temperature for about 300 degrees Celsius to 400. Above it again, if we heat it, you will get diesel, and diesel is about 250 degrees Celsius to 300 degrees Celsius. Again we heat this diesel, so we will get kerosene, which is about 190 degrees Celsius to 250 degrees Celsius. And again we heat this kerosene, will get a component of petrol called as naphtha, and which has a temperature for about 110 degrees Celsius to 150 degrees Celsius. Again if we heat it, we will get petrol, which is about 40 degrees Celsius to 70 degrees Celsius. And at the top of it we will get a petroleum gas. What we will get? Petroleum gas. In this way, how the refining of petroleum is done. Okay, I don't think so there is anyone having any query till here. I already told you refining means nothing but separating various constituents or fractions of petroleum is known as refining. Okay, so let's see various constituents of petroleum and their uses. Petroleum gas in liquid form, which we say, are you able to recall that word? LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, and used as a fuel. I have to decrease its size. Okay, I will write it. LPG used as a fuel for home and industry. For what? For home. घर में आपने देखा होगा gas, it's of LPG only, and industry. It's very difficult to write on the screen actually. Then petrol. So petrol, it's used for motor fuel, aviation fuel. Aviation means what? Very nice point. Means I don't know who knows and who doesn't know, but I'll tell you. Aviation means petroleum based fuel used in what? Aircrafts. एयरक्राफ्ट्स में हम ये aviation fuels यूज होता है. ये क्या होता है? ये पेट्रोल का बेसिक फ्यूल होता है. Even we use petrol for solvents, for dry cleaning and all that. Solvent, liquid, you can say. Yes, water is a universal solvent, correct. Now let's see kerosene. Kerosene, fuels for stoves, lamps and for jet aircrafts. So kerosene जेट एयरक्राफ्ट लैम्प्स के लिए हम यूज़ करते हैं. डीजल हम हैवी मोटर व्हीकल्स में एज अ फ्यूल यूज़ करते हैं, और इलेक्ट्रिक जनरेटर के लिए हम क्या करते हैं? डीजल को यूज़ करते हैं. लुब्रिकेटिंग और लुब्रिकेशन के लिए पैराफिन वैक्स, आई ऑलरेडी हैव शोन यू द इमेज. ऑइंटमेंट के लिए यूज़ होता है. कुछ लग गया, कुछ हो गया, तो उसके लिए एक मेडिसिन टाइप इट्स यूज फॉर वी कैन से इट इज़ यूज फॉर एज अ कैंडल, बनाने के लिए यूज़ होता है, वैसलीन बनाने के लिए हम इसे यूज़ करते हैं। बिटुमेन ये भी एक कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट होता है पेट्रोलियम का, पेंट्स और रोड सरफेसिंग के लिए हम इसे यूज़ करते हैं. So I really don't think so there is anyone having any query. If you have any query, so you can type below the in the chat box, that is comment section. Now let's see fuel. What is exactly fuel now? Now the materials which when burned प्रोड्यूस, जब इन्हें हम बर्न करते हैं, इन्हें हम आग लगाते हैं तो वो हीट एनर्जी प्रोड्यूस करते हैं, तो हमें उसे क्या बोलते हैं? फ्यूल्स. लाइक मैं बोलूँ वुड इज़ अ फ्यूल, देन आई कैन से कोल इज़ अ फ्यूल, एलपीजी नाइस एग्जाम्पल, केरोसिन ऑयल, देन डीजल. ओके, डीजल भी हम क्या करते हैं? यूज़ ही करते हैं ना एज अ फ्यूल. एंड इवन आई विल से पेट्रोल यू कैन यूज एज अ fuel. Okay, now classification of fuels. Now how these fuels are classified? ये fuels कैसे classify होते हैं? So they are classified into solid form, that is solid fuels, liquid form, that is liquid fuels, and gaseous form, that is gaseous fuels. सॉलिड फॉर्म्स में वुड आएगा, कोल आएगा, कोक आएगा, चारकोल भी आएगा. यस. लिक्विड फॉर्म में क्या आएगा? व्हाट विल कम इन लिक्विड फॉर्म? लिक्विड फ्यूल्स, केरोसिन, पेट्रोल, डीजल एंड सो ऑन. इन gaseous forms, natural gas, we are going to deal about natural gas too. Natural gas, coal gas, LPG also. Now I will show you producer gas. What will be its chemical formula? We can say CO2 plus N2. Remember this point, this questions can come in exam. And water gas, which includes CO plus H2. Okay, now let's move for the next thing. That's what? Now fuel deficiency. Okay, efficiency. It should be efficient. How efficient fuel is. Always in my mouth, efficiency only comes. Okay, efficiency, fuel efficiency. Now what is this? Amount of heat energy produced. जब heat energy, कितने amount में heat energy produce होती है जब complete combustion होता है of what? Of 1 kg of fuel. तो हम उसे क्या बोलेंगे? Fuel efficiency. Now calorific, हम उसे, और इसे हम एक टर्म देना है. I want to give a term to this, that is the amount of heat energy produced on complete combustion of 1 kg of fuel. So what shall I give the name to it? A specific name, that is calorific fuel. What is it? Calorific fuel. And what will be the unit of it? The unit of it will be kilojoule upon kg. Kilojoule upon kg. Okay. So I hope there is means all your doubts are clear now. I'll re-explain this fuel efficiency. That is amount of heat energy produced on complete combustion of 1 kg of fuel. Amount of heat energy produced on complete combustion of 1 kg of fuel is called calorific value, and this value is expressed by unit, that is kilojoule upon kg. Now we will see some fuels and their calorific values in kilojoule upon kg. So let's see. Okay, this I will tell you. I'm sorry. This is only coming. 1 second, students, please wait. So I hope you all are able to see this. So this is what you'll find here: cow dung cake. So what will be the calorific value of it? Yes, you are right. Now it will be in kilojoule upon kg only. So cow dung cake, it will be 6,000 to 8,000 kilojoule per kg. Kilojoule per kg. Now if I want to talk to you about wood, so wood calorific value will be 17,000 to 22,000. This is the calorific value of wood. This is the calorific value of cow dung cake, and this is of wood. Let's see the next calorific value of coal. So firstly we have seen calorific value of cow dung cake, it is 6,000 to 8,000. Secondly we have seen the calorific value of, I will see here, wood, that is 17,000 to 22,000. Now calorific value of coal, it will be 25,000 to 33,000. This is what? Coal. Now always remember kilojoule per kg it is. Now let's see the calorific value of petrol. It will be 45,000. Now this is the calorific value of petrol. This is the calorific value of kerosene also, and also diesel. So this is the calorific value. So what we understood? Calorific value of cow dung cake is 6,000 to 8,000. Calorific value of wood is 17,000 to 22,000. Calorific value of coal is 25,000 to 33,000. Calorific value of petrol, kerosene, diesel is 45,000. Then calorific value of methane and CNG is what? Methane and CNG is what? So methane, CH4, and even I will say CNG is 50,000. Calorific value of LPG is 55,000, and biogas calorific value is 35,000 to 40,000. And lastly, calorific value of hydrogen, which is a fuel only, you can say, acts as a fuel, is 1,50,000. So what we understood, calorific value of, at starting we have seen the calorific value of a cow dung king, which is 6,000 to 8,000. Then we have seen the calorific value of wood, which is 17,000 to 22,000. Then calorific value of coal is I will say here 30. Calorific value of coal is 25,000 to 33,000. 25,000 to 33,000 of coal. Then kerosene and this coal is 25,000 to 33,000. Petrol, kerosene and diesel is 45,000. Methane and CNG is 50,000. LPG is 55,000. Biogas, now only we have seen 35,000 to 40,000. And lastly hydrogen, it's 1,50,000. The calorific value, मतलब कि ये इतना अमाउंट ऑफ हीट प्रोड्यूस करते हैं कंप्लीट उनका जब कंप्लीट कंबशन होता है, when they complete their combustion of 1 kg of fuel. Okay, so now we will move for the next thing. Before that we'll deal some questions. Okay, for approximately we will deal some 8 to 10 questions. Till now, how much you all have understood? Okay, so natural petroleum contains what? It contains saturated hydrocarbons. Then it contains cyclic saturated hydrocarbons. It contains compounds of sulfur. And okay, so this is what the natural petroleum contains. Okay, this much products it contains, or I will say substances it contains, that is saturated hydrocarbons, cyclic saturated hydrocarbons, and compounds of sulfur. Now I will give you 4 options, like paraffin wax, lubricating oil, petrol and coke. So which one from this is not a constituent of petroleum? Yes, you all are correct, it's coke. Kerosene is a mixture of alkalines, you have to remember this. When petroleum is heated, the vapor contains mainly petroleum ether. What is that? Petroleum ether. This point you have to remember it very properly. Gasoline is obtained from crude petroleum oil by fractional distillation. Okay, natural gas is we have not yet reached to that point, so I'll not take that question. But then also for your knowledge little bit, I'll say natural gas is less polluting gas. This we all know very well. Petrol and diesel are obtained from a natural resource which we call as petroleum. Lubricating oil is not used in electric generator as a fuel. This also you have to remember. Okay, so I hope till here you don't have any query. If you have, so you can type in the chat box. And now let's move for next thing, for a last point of this chapter, that's what? Natural gas. Let's see. Natural gas. It's very important fossil fuel. It's very important fossil fuel because it helps in easy transport of easy transport through pipes. So it's very important fossil fuel because it is easy to transport through pipes. हम इस natural gas को पाइप से भी ट्रांसफ़र कर सकते हैं और इसलिए ये बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट फॉसिल फ्यूल से हम कहते हैं. इट्स स्टोर्ड, हम इसे हाई प्रेशर स्टोर करते हैं, स्टोर इट अंडर हाई प्रेशर CNG के फॉर्म में. और CNG क्यों यूज़ होता है? फॉर पावर जनरेशन, फॉर पावर generation. It is now being used as a fuel. ये जो है CNG used as a fuel in vehicles. We can use it in also vehicles. Why? Because it is less polluting. और ये क्या होता है? It's a cleaner fuel. It's a cleaner fuel. Okay. So what we understood natural gas very important है fossil fuel है because हम easily इसे transport कर सकते हैं through pipes. Then we understood that it's stored under high pressure in a form of CNG, that is compressed natural gas. और ये CNG हम use करते power generation के लिए. Also it's used for in vehicles because it is less polluting and it's a cleaner fuel. The great advantage of CNG is what? Let's see. CNG, the great advantage is to use directly for burning in homes. हम इसे directly use करते हैं घर में, burning in homes and factories. Where it can be supplied through pipes, जहाँ वो pipes में supply हो सकते हैं. Okay, let's take this is a pipe. One second. Let's take this is a pipe और pipe के अंदर ये जा रहा है fuel. Now natural gas is also used as a starting material for manufacture number of chemicals and fertilizers. Chemicals और fertilizers में क्या होता है? Natural gases used. Okay, so let's see some examples with respect to this. Like incomplete combustion of fuel produces what? Carbon monoxide, that is CO. Now we are dealing with some important questions. Which is a fossil fuel? Options are natural gas, biogas, producer gas, and none of this. So it's natural gas. Let's see, identify from the following that is not a fossil fuel. तो क्या रहेगा? Coal. Options are coal, biogas, petroleum, natural gas. So the answer will be biogas because it's not a fossil fuel. Let's see, coal can be used as a fuel, isn't it? Now other uses of fuel includes production steam to run engine, then production electricity in thermal power plants, fuels in various industries. So in this way we have completed the chapter. Okay, so we have completed the chapter and I'll soon post the recording of combustion and flame, and even we will solve some questions with respect to that. Okay, and one more, I will make a video for combined questions of petroleum, coal and petroleum, and combustion and flame, which will help you in competitive exams also. Thank you.